You see this? That was literally the shape of me as a teenager. Yes, I looked like a fucking two-dimensional toothpick.
Skinny bitch.
Back then, I had to stop being bullied and become a bad boy. So I then went on a permabulk quest, and that led me to a greasy physique. I ate plenty and trained fiercely daily. Yes, I was getting massive, but that made me carefree regarding my body composition. Up until recently, I realized I didn't know jack shit about body fat percentage. My first bodybuilding competition was in 10 weeks. I had to get up to speed. When it comes to achieve a sub 10% body fat, we all have our fair share of struggles, but I did achieve a sick physique after finally putting an end to my permabulk adventure. In this video, I'll share with you 10 recently discovered actionable tips on how to achieve a 10% body fat physique. It took me less than 5 weeks, and if you follow exactly what I say, you will also achieve a lean mean machine physique rapidly. Let's cut our way into it. The first tip is the following: what's unmeasured can't be treasured. A basic notion while navigating outdoors is to know where you are before trying to reach a new location. You might tell yourself you want to reach a specific river or a radio tower out there, but the thing is, you're probably never gonna reach it because you don't know your starting point. In other words, you are lost. You have 1 out of 360 chances or degrees to be bang on, and that is if you walk in a straight line, but that technically is impossible because there's gonna be trees and rocks. I don't know about you, brother, but I like my odds better. And the same goes for body fat percentages, so therefore you have to know where you are so you can project yourself in the near future. And you don't need to go the expensive routes and go pay for a DEXA scan. Simply put, find out your body weight by weighing yourself at the gym or even in your own house. For me, I use a Renfo body scale which often gets discounted on Amazon. Then go guess your body fat percentages by looking at comparisons online. You can see these comparisons as a tier list where you have to put yourself and estimate where you are on that list. And now, are you overweight or underweight? If you don't know, well, actually go calculate your basic mass index, or also known as BMI. You can find it out with any free app or online websites out there. And the reason why we do this is because we need data. You just can't trust the mirror. These data points will serve as reference on your journey to get thinner. This will get you going, my friend. In my case, I started this prep at 180 pounds and I was maybe looking at the 15% body fat percentage with a BMI of 23.9, which is an average body weight. For you, understanding where you are has so many advantages because once you take your first little steps and you actually have progress to become leaner and meaner, well, you have access to instant drive, motivation, and gratification really quickly. Now that you know where you are to get to 10% body fat, it cannot be worse than that because you assessed your body's rendition, and the only way to go from now on is forward. The second tip is the following: aim at something or keep coping. Thank God I registered for a bodybuilding competition. This goal, which includes a deadline, is all I needed to actually take aim and focus. Without it and without any time constraint, I'd bet I'd be coping by now and relapsing into binge eating. The power of goals and deadlines are not shabby at all. You have to place your goal on the calendar so your brain starts acting like it's a question of life or death. Yes, even to achieve a 10% body fat physique, you have to do this. You just can't wing it. You have to make it happen. Your goal, for example, could be to look shredded in your Greek god costume for Halloween, or maybe it is to get a sporty custom-made suit for an upcoming event in your life. You just have to pick a damn date with a hard yet tangible goal. So you found your what and when, but what about your why? A strong why is something that is gonna carry you forward, especially during hard times. Trust me, it is essential for this to work. For me, it is the self-actualization that I'm gonna get from this cut. It will present itself in a multitude of ways, just like admiration, authority, more knowledge, lessons learned, great pictures, etc. Every time I feel like cheating on my game plan, my why brings me back to reality. For you, it could be to enjoy the benefits from being lean for the first time. Just like feeling confident in taking pride in how your body looks. It can even be to just get rid of that round belly filled with Dorito dust. And I guarantee that loving your own physique transcends even the physical realm. And beyond that, A man's body is a direct reflection of his mind. So I want you to clean it up and profit from the life that gets so much better at every level when you're built like a freaking weapon. So aim to achieve something or keep coping. Now here's the third tip. Before counting your calories, first gather your theories. I just fucking hate when gym bros tell someone who's trying to lose weight, "Oh bro, just count your calories, calories in, calories out, it's easy." Motherfucker, I bet you don't even know that a calorie is actually called a kilocalorie and that there's 4 types of macronutrients, not 3. They're saying this shit as if calorie counting itself burns calories. Well, it's not the case, and this is why this tip is here. Before you even try to count your calories, you first have to understand them. And as a quick guideline, a kilocalorie comes from proteins at a rate of 4 kilocalories per gram, carbohydrates at a rate of 4 kilocalories per gram too, then we have fats at a rate of 9 kilocalories per gram, and finally, alcohol at the rate of 7 kilocalories per gram. These 4 types of kilocalories are called macronutrients, aka macros. Look, not so long ago, I refused that what I eat had an impact on how I looked. I thought I could outlift it all. Well, I was wrong, and nutrition is really the essence and fuel for your well-being. If you eat healthy and low calorie, you will have greater levels of energy and you will be more happy by being thinner. But since nutrition is a topic for another day, I will share with you on the screen right now a bunch of questions that you have to screenshot and answer on your own time. Press pause on this video if you need to do so. Do your own research regarding that matter and that will help you navigate through your cut. The fourth tip is to tap into an app to calorie track. At this time, you're almost ready to calculate all of your calories. There's only one thing left, and it is to find your BMR, also known as basal metabolic rate. This BMR means how many calories would you burn if you were to stay in your moisty bed sheets all day long. It can be found with both websites online or even specific applications just like MyFitnessPal. Your BMR will help you target how many calories you should be eating every day, especially if you input the level of activity you do daily. Yes, you're going to be in a calorie deficit to achieve a 10% body fat physique. There's just no way around it. And before you start a new diet, a new plan, and counting every calories, you have to take a picture fasted. This will serve as ground zero point for your future assessment. So tomorrow morning, I want you to wake up, empty yourself in the toilet, and then take a picture fasted. Save it in your gallery or even Google Photo, or you can even upload it in MyFitnessPal or FitLog. And another app you can use to calorie track is Chronometer, which also calculates your micronutrients. So tap into the resourcefulness of an app to calorie track. For the fifth tip, in terms of food, keep it simple or success will be a riddle. If you want to make it to 10% body fat, you really have to cook and meal prep easy recipes. For instance, it takes me less than 2 hours to have 7 meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What I do is protein pancakes sebum style for breakfast, sweet pepper, onion, chicken with barbecue spices and chicken spices for lunch, and for dinner I do salsa lean ground beef with sweet potatoes. The great thing is, these recipes can be cooked simultaneously and they are freaking tasting amazing, man. The only thing left is to eat them during the week and complete the days with some protein shakes. Et voila, sub 2,500 calories per day. Psst, 10% off HTLT supplement. Check out the link in the description down below. As a rule of thumb, just know that there is never enough veggies. Cook a lot of them, they are here to fill you up. And sometimes what I like to do is pop some baby cut carrot and actually eat them and telling myself out loud I'm actually eating chips. Even though you want to stick to your diet, you will experience cravings. And I just want to tell you, man, it is totally normal. The thing is, we have to cope one way or another. But I found some tricks that I'm gonna share with you to numb these cravings. The first trick is to drink carbonated water during your meals. This will fill you up more because of the gas. If you truly have no choice but to cheat for a special occasion on a certain day, you have 2 options. The first one is to eat less that day so you can eat more at the cheating time. And the second one is to make yourself suffer in the gym prior to cheating that day. Then you can drink coffee, which is a great hunger suppressant. And another thing I just discovered is every time I'm finishing a meal, I go straight for a walk. It lets my body calm down and stop sending me hunger signals to eat more. Because generally when I start eating, I just usually never want to stop and I end up eating a lot of crap. The sixth tip is a cornerstone sometimes forgotten. Sip, gulp, and hydrate. Make it your mandate. As a standard operating procedure, SOP, I want you to drink 500 milliliters of water upon waking up. The reason we do this is because while you were sleeping, your body dehydrates itself. And the only logical thing here is to bring back your body's water level to a regular amount. Yet, you have no idea how much water helps with being lean. For example, it helps you evacuate bad toxins. Plus, you might even confuse hunger with thirst. We certainly don't want that, don't you agree? And now bring water everywhere you go. I want you to choke on it metaphorically. Your goal is to empty your bladder at least 10 times per day with the color white and transparent. Plus, every time you go to the bathroom, well, you're actually walking there, especially at the office. For me, it's like 2,000 steps just to go to the toilet every day at work. And 2,000 steps in terms of energy expenditure is actually 100 kilocalories almost. I just can't let go of that benefit, man. Our seventh tip is one of the hardest ones, and it is because our ego is directly involved. Adjust and sustain, but maintains intensity's reign. Truth be told, you're both going to lose strength and endurance in a calorie deficit and a new diet. Still, it is only a time where your body readjusts itself. For me, it took nearly 2 whole weeks to get back to lift decent weights in the gym. But you have to maintain that muscle mass, and the bro way of doing it is by staying intense, reach failure, and train like a savage. But the good thing is, I even found myself having a better strength to weight ratio because I've stopped eating all sort of crap. I used to have at most 160 grams of protein for a 180 pound physique. Right now, I'm over 200 grams of protein for a 170 physique, and I just feel way better. So I just want you to be prepared to lose some strength at first, but eventually you have to bring back your aggressivity into the mix. And this is to look shredded as fuck, so adjust and sustain, but maintains intensity's reign. The eighth tip is to not play the fool, cause cardio is your tool. Yeah, I know cardio kinda sucks, but if it was easy, everybody would do it. Regularly doing zone 2 cardio separates the amateurs from disciplined persons. But unless you're doing a bodybuilding competition just like me, you don't need to do cardio every day. You have to do it at least 2 times per week if you achieve 10,000 steps daily. My favorite way of doing cardio is either doing stepper for 30 minutes or incline walk on the treadmill for 30 minutes too. But the best way of doing cardio, hands down, is to go play sports with some friends. Every time it happens, I'm just pushing myself so hard by sprinting left and right just to win the freaking game. And this is just amazing in terms of calorie burning. So therefore, I want you to be the catalyst of your friendship and actually invite your friends to go play some sports. Also, steps are really important. You have to reach 10,000 steps daily. The reason being is that for my own weight, 170 pounds, I burn nearly 500 kilocalories just for that. I know it's hard, but here's what I figured. You have to identify your downtime during a day so you can put it in some steps. But here's what I figured. I have 1 hour for lunchtime at the office. So I take 15 minutes to eat and then I go outside for 45 minutes to get some steps in. Another trick I do is to do this daily social media scrolling, email and text messages answering while walking in the evening. Normally I do these 3 activities while being a couch potato, but now I'm walking, which means I turn something negative into something positive. I can't let go of the benefits from walking to burn more calories. The 9th tip is to optimize your rest to be at your best. You have done all the previous mentioned tips, great, but you're forgetting the central pillar of it all. For example, some nights I go to bed at 173 pounds and wake up 3 pounds lighter. I am losing weight like crazy during my sleep, and that is because I have a great sleep schedule. Playing video games, binge watching Netflix, and endless scrollings are not the way to recover and restore your body's performance. To become better, more jacked, and leaner, You have to dial in your sleep. So find out your earliest wake up time and wake up at this same time for 7 days a week, or else you're just coping. Then I want you to calculate 9 hours in your bed and not simply 8. The reason we don't calculate with 8 hours is because if you go to bed with only 8 hours, well, you're neglecting the time to fall asleep. So therefore, you're not sleeping 8 hours. And have a night routine that lets you fall asleep at the same time every single night. If you're not doing all of this, you are massively dulling your edge. Fats gets burned more easily when you have awesome nights of sleeps, both while you're resting and even when you're awake. Also, as a bonus, if you go to bed McDouble hungry, that's the mindset. Fun fact, I even once woke up during the middle of the night and the first thing I told my girlfriend was I couldn't wait for breakfast tomorrow morning because I was hungry. That's the mindset. I just don't want you to go double Big Mac hungry. That is bad. And for our final tip, have faith in the process. Discipline brings progress. Every step, every sip of water, every dialed in meal and sleep nights are gonna make you 10% body fat. You have to keep iterating these tips over and over again. There's just no shortcut. What I did to keep myself on track was to do this challenge with another friend of mine. We both registered for that bodybuilding competition and we have access to bonus accountability. And if you are really that lost, man, go get a coach, invest in yourself. Your body is your life's vehicle, you just can't neglect it for real. Be the guy or gal that looks amazingly fit. I guarantee life is easier that way. Also, progress is so much easier when you keep doing the purposeful activities in your life while trying to get shredded. If you stay busy, it will go like a breeze. Water will flow under the bridge, and before you know it, you actually have lost 3 to 4 pounds of fat off your frame. And also, bros, I've got something for you. If you're wondering what are the strengths and the weaknesses of your physique, then fill out the Google form down below. I will then send you a video of mine where I critique your physique so I can guide your journey forward. All of these tips combined gave me a 10% body fat physique. I'm glad I had a deadline that forced me to adapt and actually led me to learn more knowledge about body fat percentage and body composition. I have achieved a sick physique, and the thing is, even though I know I am lighter and feel emptier, I look bigger because of my muscle definition. I am dominating when I go to the gym and people can't help but notice it. I just own the place. I look huge, bro. Get out my face and go get me my protein shake. This was Nick Lap. Here we never peak because the best is yet to come. Peace out.